Maximus Analysis here for September 6, 2016, and we see that we had again another choppy session. If we go on the hourly on the ES, you'll see that we just had a very choppy session. When we pulled into this level, again, I wasn't using 200-day moving average. I was using more of my levels that I like to talk about, and the 2174.5 was a level that I said once we approached it, I said, okay, let's see if we're going to hold it. So said, so done. You guys know my resistance levels are 2186 to 2184, and the last time we hit this 2186 was all the way back here during Yellen's talk right here. So again, you can see that it went up 2086, and then we have been in this sideways mess for such a long time. It's just comical how messy this thing has been. But again, due to the fact that we're in such choppy conditions, as I put on my newsletter, be careful letting these moves magnify things. It's actually better to get on those higher time frames and wait, because moves like this, which seem like, I mean, it looks like everything is going to the moon. It was only 10 points. I mean, 10 to 12 ES points. So again, it's just getting a magnified look, or getting perspective is going back to those higher time frames, because we're still in such choppy conditions. And I looked again on the NQ. You see that we have the same type of sideways movement. Let me use the weekly time frame, get perspective as well. And we're looking to see if they're going to continue with these highs. Again, I'm expecting them to pull back into this range. You also have the YM, which again is holding the top of this range, but again still sloppy price action so far. And you also had a big move down in crude. So again, it probably looks more pronounced on the daily, which you could see came up to the 46, 47 area, these levels that I spoke to you about. And they could easily, with a break of this 44 level, come and test this $40 region. It is very close, and again, that puts us in line to say we're looking at, I would love to take the long around that 38.09 level, and when it gets there, assess where it looks and where the weekly closes. Again, there was a huge amount of intraday action for that one based on some overnight news, but I really try my best not to get too involved with that. We looked at gold. Gold had a huge day up today, again, because the dollar got beat up today. So the dollar, again, we're still watching it to see if it's going to hold this trend line. But we see that the dollar definitely gave gold its move up. And it kind of was throwing me off, because I did look at a lot of different things. So during the day, the VIX was up. Oil was getting crushed. Gold was up. Index was basically flat all day if you watched it. And then out of all the things, the beta names, the high beta names really got moved. So we have all this going on. We have the dollar. You had TLT, which is up about $1.35. So it's still sloppy, but still have to be bullish, this name, due to the price action. And I'm like, how are the bonds up, dollar down, gold up, beta's up, indexes are basically barely moving? So it's another just like what is going on. But again, these are the markets that we're in. There's obviously a lot of stuff going on. Again, will tell you the names that I'm looked at. Again, I shorted Morgan Stanley on Friday that I posted, and overall still looking to stay short the ES right now. So let's kind of take a look at those things. So you see a lot of high beta names that people are watching, which is Amazon, which is still testing, coming to our resistance levels of 789.50 to 769.50. I did post in a newsletter about 3 weeks ago. If you need access to it, let it know, because I like timestamping stuff so you know that I'm not just making this stuff up. I said that if it gets to this level, 800 could be a magnet, so be careful shorting this name. Again, I prefer to get a setup where I got a lower high to work with. But this name continues to move up. You had Google, which was up about $11 as well. Then you had also Baidu, came out of nowhere and gave you about $11 up, and hitting resistance, but still gave you a lot of names up. Tesla was up $5. Again, I put on the newsletters even as of yesterday, sent it out at midnight this morning to say, okay, now is not the time to short because again, you will have to put your stop here. The risk reward isn't worth it. I've still seen this clear, and I want to see what this retracement looks like going for this name. So you also had Netflix, which is breaking the $100 level, but again, we'll see exactly how high it goes, if it can at least clear some of this and give us a higher pivot out of all this mess. So again, it's not only just being bearish something or bullish something, but actually have a price pattern that you feel comfortable with. And I didn't see that here. And you also had another one that was moving. Facebook is up 322, breaking above this level, and still I'm just like, what's going on? Why the index is not just like, why is the ES not at 2200 overnight? So just kind of really, and again, I'm trying my best not to do analysis paralysis, but basically trying to find the cause root of everything. But again, the overall markets are still stuttering at these levels. And again, I want to see how this week closes. And I said, make sure that you're looking at things at a higher time frame. We did look at gold. Like I said before, it was up. And we also said that a good move up posted yesterday. And you again, if you want the newsletter, that silver was a good look as well. So again, it gave an engulfing pattern, gapped up, and continued to go. And I believe that's the SI futures contract. So you can take a look at that as well. And that's for Thinkorswim. So again, I don't even know what that is for my other platforms, but I kind of looked at that one, do some charting in that as well. So we'll continue to watch and see where these things are going, because again, if we look even at where the markets are now, you can see that they're testing the 2186 level, and I want to see where they're going to open. If they're going to just open at 2200, again, we have, or 2197, or if we're going to get some follow through, or are we going to just lay right back into this 2170 area, 2100 area, and just continue this painfully sideways type of movement. So again, we'll continue to watch, and interesting times to test, to say the least. Again, we're early in the week, so don't want to put too much stock into one day's movement. Take care.